The Oxygen SR3 is the Season 5 Vanguard Pinnacle weapon. To get it, you need to complete the best offense triumph that involves getting 1,000 precision kills and generate 500 orbs in strikes, and gain points by completing strikes. Nightfalls generate more points. It took me doing about 20 Nightfall strikes to complete that portion, and since I was speedrunning those, I had to go farm kills in another to finish the kill and orb generation portions. To do that, I just loaded up a Nightfall and ran in and out of a lost sector to finish off the kills and orbs. Oxygen SR3 is in the Precision archetype of Scouts and has the Dragonfly perk and Mega Nura perk, which causes Dragonfly to deal more damage based on the number of precision hits dealt to the target beforehand. So Mega Nura is what defines the weapon. The perk stacks up to 3 times and lasts for 3.5 seconds. Each precision shot will refresh the stacks and timer. In both PvE and PvP, a 3 stack of Mega Nura will deal roughly a little bit more damage than 3 precision shots. So in PvP, that works out to 172 damage, and since the explosion is larger, it will deal that massive damage about 2 meters past where Dragonfly normally starts falling off. In PvE, it's basically enough damage to kill most Reagan-file type enemies before fall-off damage even starts occurring. So, with all that knowledge in mind, let's talk about this weapon in PvE since that's where it's best. Scout rifles are in kind of a weird place. They have solid range, but lower damage. Since most of the PvE environments are on the smaller side, you don't really get to see that awesome range come into play. You just see the lower damage. It gets frustrating for me being mainly a hand cannon user who's used to going for precision shots, have to constantly double tap enemies in the head to eliminate them. Fortunately, the explosions from this scout have the side effect of making it easier to one-tap things in the head since it will weaken a lot of nearby mobs. You explode one thing, and whatever isn't dead from that nearby will usually just take another 1 precision shot. Rinse and repeat to the tune of the 1812 Overture. I really enjoyed looking at groups of enemies, finding the central mob, and trying to get a precision kill on that mob to eliminate the entire group. That's an awesome minigame that can really only be found on this weapon and Polaris Lance. The 3 stack is fairly easy to keep up in most areas and usually only falls off after reloading. The base stats of the weapon are in a decent spot as well. The 16-round magazine gives you ample ammo to build up stacks and blow up some stuff. The one thing I have against the gun, aside from it being a scout rifle and having lower damage as a result, is that the Mega Dragonfly perk is all that it has going for it. If you had a bad day of aiming or your friends just keep stealing your final blows, then you have a pretty boring weapon. In PvP, I can't recommend this. Not because of the perk or anything. That's actually super fun when it actually does work. The biggest problem with the weapon is that it's a scout rifle. It takes 4 precision shots to kill someone, and with the quick movement in the game combined with the way maps are set up, you generally will have trouble landing that 4th final shot. On the very few long-range map in the game, scouts are outclassed by 4 burst pulses. Even then, the 4 shots is kind of rough to land, and since large maps are, well, large, people are more spread out, so you won't really get to see the perk in action. At the end of the day, if enemies aren't grouped up, then this weapon just might as well have a barrel mod on it. Speaking of mods, you will be foolish to not toss a Dragonfly spec mod on this gun. Arguments could be made to be used something like targeting adjuster to help land precision shots or backup mag for a little bit more ammo, but at the end of the day, you know what you're about when using this. You want explosions, get the thing that helps your explosions. At the end of the day, if you aren't too big on using scouts, then I don't believe that Oxygen has enough of a draw to pull you into the scout rifle ecosystem. However, if you already use scouts, then this one is definitely something that you should be interested in. This offers up a similar experience to Polaris Lance, but in the package of a legendary, opening it up for your loadout and some different exotics. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, a positive rating would be appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.